Hello, and welcome to Everyday Champions in Business, presented by Action Coach Dane County. Action Coach is the world's #1 business coaching company, and this is your opportunity to hear the stories, the tips, and the insider information that makes business and entrepreneurship the greatest game on the planet. I'm Rob Maniaci, Enrollment Specialist with Action Coach Dane County, and today it's my pleasure to introduce Bill Fuchs. Hello, Bill.
Good morning, Rob. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for joining us, Bill. Can you start by telling us the name of your company, when you started it, how many employees you have, that sort of thing?
Sure. We are Ethereal Gold Dispensary. We launched our website after a pivot during the pandemic on 4/20/22. Opened up our physical location in Waukesha in July that year, and recently launched our automated kiosks. We were pared down during our pivot during the pandemic from what was a max of 14 people down to core group of 4 family members. It's myself, my 2 sons, and my wife.
Okay,
So
great.
we are, even though we're a family-owned business, though, we do have sales in all 50 states. So we're looking to grow.
So you've got e-commerce, brick and mortar, and kiosks throughout the.
Oh, just we have 4 kiosks. They're at Waukesha County, in Waukesha County. One's at Brookfield Square Mall. One's at Salty Toad, which is a bar restaurant. We have one in our vestibule for 24/7 sales, and we also have one at Fusion Liquor in Wales.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And tell me, what are the various products you guys offer?
So we are all legal hemp and mushroom products with the highest testing standard in the nation. So
Okay.
for consumer safety and also for proactive compliance, we require complete full panel tests, which means the law only requires potency. We also require all of our manufacturers to have every batch, every SKU, every product. They have to have a third-party independent test for pesticides, solvents, heavy
Mhm.
metals, mycotoxins, mold, and microbials. So it's safer and more consistent experience.
Okay, what are your clients looking for in the various products you offer?
For effect, so we have roughly 40% are in health and wellness. So it's usually anxiety, pain, inflammation, help with sleeping. And then the other 60% are more in the fun, substitutes for alcohol. Beverages in the last 9 months have taken off like crazy because people can now drink something that tastes decent and not have a hangover the next day. So it's been very popular.
Yeah. Do you have any SKUs that are above and beyond all the rest in terms of what you sell?
God.
In terms of volume sales?
Yeah, we have many of them actually. So because we're only working with the top 2% of manufacturers due to our testing requirements, we get into some really exciting and very well performing products. I would say some of the brands right now on the gummies and vapes is Treehouse. And on the beverages, we have several. We've got nowadays Cycling Frog, Moomba. We got high spirits rather, and I'm Breeze. We've got a lot that are just really doing quite well. Not only in store but online, and also for subscriptions. We have a subscription program.
Okay. What's the long-term vision for Ethereal Gold?
So our long-term vision is, I'll just sort of shift that to our strategic plan, is to do well now, expand our brand, capture audience nationwide while we're in hemp and mushrooms only, and position us to be the first in queue when Wisconsin legalizes, whether
Okay.
Wisconsin legalizes or federal legalizes, which one. But at that point in time, we want to be at the front of the line with an established brand, physical location, website presence. And then we have the option, do we add MedRec? Do we switch to MedRec? Do we make it 2 separate entities? Just want to be in that best optimal position.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for sharing that. Tell us, as things stand today, who is your target market? Who's that ideal client that's driving the business right now? And I realize there might be
Yeah, we have. Yeah,
two
so it's a
answers here.
yeah, that is a very interesting question because in store we're 18 years old to, I think our oldest customer currently is 94. Online, it is similar, but we're 21 and older only. I would say if we had one sector that's that's growing, it is the men and women between the ages of 25 and 45 that are shifting from, some are first time users, but are shifting from wine, beer, hard liquor to cannabis.
Uh,
And hemp is a legal cannabis product. So that's,
uh,
yeah. And then the mushroom products, that's very interesting. It's probably a little younger demographic, but occasionally we get some senior citizens that may have been Woodstock age that are looking for the psychoactive mushrooms also. We do have some legal psychoactive mushroom products that are not psilocybin. That is not legal.
okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the mushroom line at all. Tell me about that. What
Sure.
form come in?
So for people that are familiar, the general rule of thumb is if you're using cannabis, whether it's edibles or smoking, that a sativa will give you more of that head effect, and an indica will give you that more of a body relax. The mushroom products are very interesting. In fact, we actually use the dosing that one of our manufacturers has. It's 1 to 3 is a day at the office, which is different in that we all came to the same word when we describe the feeling. It's like you're out hiking or performing sports and you finish and it's been a really good workout, but you take that really deep cleansing breath, sort of, and we all came up with, it's a feeling of contentment. It's just, you feel really content and good. 3 to 6 though, now you can start seeing color shift a little bit and things. And honestly, I haven't taken over 6, but we did have a customer that took an entire bag when he went fishing with his buddy. Fortunately, he went fishing with his buddy because he said he came back. It took him an hour and a half to put a worm on hook. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Um, so beyond the edibles and the smokables and the drinkables, what if you were to get philosophical is the real problem you're solving for your clients? What
oh,
is the real value you're delivering?
I mean, one of the major things is an option for opioids. That's how we actually got into it. I blew up my shoulder, had 3 pins in a rotator cuff later, had to sleep sitting up on a couch. They gave me a choice of Vicodin or Oxy. I can't take Vicodin. It makes me motion sick when I look at electronic devices. And I hated Oxy. It was like the worst tequila and beer hangover I had. And it didn't help me sleep. So my surgeon, when I went and talked to him about it, he recommended, he said, just try the hemp products, but make sure you go check out testing, because the testing by law is only potency. And that was really when our whole differentiating factor went. We researched over 150 manufacturers and over 25 labs over the next few months, discovered that we could have the highest standard in the nation. It wouldn't cost our customers anymore. It would just put us with the better players in industry. So we work with the top 2 to 3%, and that's really the way it's taken off. It's like opioids, alcohol, and then fortunately for the industry, that puts our competitors and people that are fighting this as big pharma, tobacco,
Hmm.
and alcohol. So we're unfortunately butting heads with the big 3.
Yeah. Okay. So for some people, it's a alternative. I want to say safe alternative. Maybe I
Mm.
can't say safe, but an alternative for pain relief.
Pain relief is one, yeah.
Yep.
Anxiety. Um, I started playing pickleball after, just for shoulder rehab, and I actually dropped my hamstring the other day. Not during pickleball, but related. But I kept playing on it, and I was just taking CBG and icing, and what normally would be like a 3 to 6 month recovery, I was back playing in 3 weeks at full speed.
Oh,
So knock
great.
on wood, which at my
Okay.
age is pretty good.
You mentioned the pharmaceuticals, the alcohol, the big industries. You also mentioned the lack of legalization in Wisconsin. What is your biggest challenge you're faced with today? It could be something else. I don't know what. Uh,
Today, at this very snapshot in time, actually looking to some refinancing of some higher rate. We've grown 600% since January 23, and it got us to the point where we could get financing, which is great. And we're continuing our growth pattern. It's just, you got to keep gas in the tank, because every time you sell something, you're replenishing inventory. So just, we're going out looking for some better rates, better terms right now.
gotcha.
That's
Yeah,
number one. Number two, followed very closely, is what the heck is going to happen in November? I have no idea.
yeah.
As a business owner, it's a little bit
So a lot of uncertainty in terms of interest rates and also the election and your industry questions that everybody's
Yeah.
asking. Yeah.
Yeah. It is not a presidential election that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. All right. So let's shift gears and do some rapid fire questions.
Sure.
In this case, we're looking for your best quick, short responses. So who has been a champion in your life, Bill? Someone you either really admire or someone who's really helped you get where you are today as an entrepreneur?
Well, I have several. The first one that's business related is Jamie Campbell Petty from the Midwest Hemp Association. Eric, my youngest son, and I went down to Hemp at the Crossroads. They put on a trade show that was for 2 days back in 2018, right after the Farm Bill passed. And she's just been a very straightforward, excellent person to help with networking, contacts, etc. So that's Midwest Hemp Council.
Thank you. Tell me her name again.
Jamie Campbell Petty.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And Bill, what is your key to success? Quick answer.
Key to success, perseverance.
Thank you. How about a must-read book?
Not business related, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. All right, got her. What about someone just starting out in business, launching a new business? What advice would you have for that person?
Whatever you think it's going to take, budget wise and time wise, multiply it by 3 at least.
Okay, good one. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
Where can we find you online?
Online, we have etherealgolddispensary.com is our website. We're also on all the major social media platforms, etc. Personally, for me, best contact is probably LinkedIn, sometimes Facebook.
Okay, so Bill Fuchs at
It's
LinkedIn.
actually William. Yeah, I believe it's under William Fuchs.
William Fuchs, LinkedIn is a great way to get a
Right.
hold of him. Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
All right, that wraps up the rapid fire questions. Two
Oh,
more
okay. I
questions.
sort of enjoy the rapid fire questions.
Oh, okay.
So
Good.
yeah.
I'll make a note of that. Anything you'd like to include in the form of an offer?
As an offer, sure, for anybody that is interested in going to the website, making a purchase, it can be for online delivery or in store, or we also now have DoorDash. I don't know if the coupon will work on DoorDash. I have to check that. If you type in personal invitation, you'll receive 30% off your first order.
Personal invitation, all
Mhm.
one word.
All one word, right?
Okay, perfect. For 30% off your first purchase online.
Correct.
Thank you for that.
Mhm.
Last question, Bill. Here, all topics are wide open. It doesn't necessarily have to be cannabis. What's
Mhm.
most inspiring to you these days?
Most inspiring combination of family members as a core group, and actually Packers have been pretty inspiring. Even, I mean, to have a QB1 go down and have a player that's come on for 3 weeks. And I got to tell you, as a sports person, did you read the part about Malik Willis? Why didn't you throw the ball on that one? It was because Josh threw up on the ball. Playing a lot of flag football and stuff, I'm like, I can honestly say I've never had anyone throw up on the ball before. But that was sort of, I mean, if talk about leaving it all on the field, that's definitely leaving it all on the field.
Yeah, the center vomited on the ball, so the quarterback didn't want to take a chance of throwing it. That's a first for me as well.
I mean, and if you look at the replay, he sort of gets the ball in his hands in that brief moment when he's like, oh, so, sort of
uh,
inspiring, yeah.
yeah. All right. So let's end it on a high note. The Packers is our inspiration at the moment. So thank you, Bill. Nice job on the interview.
Thank you.
That wraps it up. We really
I appreciate it.
appreciate your time today. As a thank you for your participation, we are going to send you a copy of Joe Theismann's book, How to Be a Champion Every Day, autographed by the
Excellent.
Super Bowl winning quarterback and MVP.
I
Joe.
appreciate it. One of the most brutal leg injuries that was ever shown on TV. If you ever saw that one, it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. A second historic moment in football between the throwing up on the ball and the brutal, gruesome femur break or whatever that
Yeah.
was. That,
Yeah,
I
between
remember
that
that.
and the one Napoleon Kaufman had one for the Raiders. Then after, I don't know if you saw that one. It's one where his foot swings around opposite way it's supposed to bend as he's running. It's like, yeah, yeah.
I think you're trying to sell some cannabis pain relief.
No, I hate to say that's going to be beyond cannabis pain relief.
All right, so keep an eye out in the mail for that book, Bill.
Excellent.
Again,
I
as a
appreciate it.
thank you. If you're watching this video and you know a business owner or you are a business owner who wants to participate in an Everyday Champions video interview, just click the link below and you can schedule your interview. Thank you so much, Bill. It was great learning about ethereal gold, and we wish you much prosperity and success down the road.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hope we can work together in the future.